Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be looking at another section of the book Everyone Communicates If You Connect by John C. Maxwell. Today the topic we're going to be discussing is connection always requires energy. As we talk about this today, I want you to think about some of the communicators that you enjoy listening to or watching. And some of the things as we talk about it, what is it that attracts you to that person? The first thing I'm going to go over with you are some of the things that you can do really wrong. I'm going to talk about these first because I have committed all of these at one point or another. So the first one is being unprepared, being uncommitted, being uninteresting, and being uncomfortable. Now you'll notice the first three of these have to do with things that require effort. Being unprepared, lack of effort. Being uncommitted, again, requires effort. If you're uninteresting, it's because you probably have not taken the time to become interesting. Again, effort. We want to do better than this, so we're going to talk about some of the ways that a good connector connects with you. Connecting requires initiative. A connector has to go first. One of the best examples of this is from Sam Walton. One of Sam Walton's philosophies that he had on his wall at the Walmart headquarters was the 10-foot rule. If you never heard of this before, his premise was that every time he gets within 10 feet of someone, he's going to smile, look them in the eye, and greet them. Sam Walton was a leader. Everyone knows Walmart. Everyone knows what a success it's been globally. This was one of the things that he did to ensure that success. He adopted what's called the 10-foot rule. Good communicators have to go first. Nobody remembers who came second, but everybody remembers who went first. Connecting requires clarity. Clarity requires preparation. If you're wondering whether you are being, there's some things that you can look at and ask yourself. Did I do my best? Was what I said integrous? Did I please who I was talking to or for? If you're speaking for an organization, did I please the people? Did I connect with them? Do I understand and relate to the audience? And this can be as an individual or this can be as a group. Is what I'm communicating relevant? Did I add value to them? Did I give them a game plan to be successful with the information that I gave them? And did I make a difference? If you can answer these questions positively, have a positive response for yourself, then you're probably well on your way to connecting. Connecting requires patience. Now, this is an area where I in particularly have messed up a lot over the years. In some ways, I'm very patient. I'm a very patient man. In other ways, I'm not very patient at all. One of the things I'm learning is that not everyone grows at the same rate. We can all have the same amount or type of information, but we're all going to grow through it differently. You have to be willing as a connector and as a leader to be patient and wait for people to mature into the space that they belong in. It won't happen overnight for some people. For some people, it's going to be instantaneous. You say something to them, you really connect, and it resonates with them, and change is almost instantaneous. With others, it's going to be 10, 15, 20, 25 years before they mature to the point where what you're sharing with them is you're really able to connect with them. You just have to be patient. Connecting requires you to be selfless. As a communicator, so many times we let our ego get in the way. There's two ways basically that you can communicate with people. You can teach out of need, insecurity, ego, responsibility. With all of these, you are using the audience, whether it be one-on-one or in a group, you're using the audience to fulfill something for you. You're not giving to them, trying to get from them. So if you have a need to teach, you need to go back and look, am I adding value? We go back to the 4 unpardonable sins. Well, am I uncommitted? So if you're uncommitted, then you're going to be teaching out of need. You need to learn how to, say you've been assigned a particular task to communicate, you need to become committed to that. Like I said, ego is just a big stumbling block for a lot of leaders, because you get a title a lot of times, you'll be in a position, and people will be praising you. And it's so important that you are able to set your ego aside and really give instead of get. When you teach out of love, grace, gratitude, compassion, passion, and have your overflow, this is what's called a giver. This is how a connector will connect through a talk or even on a one-on-one conversation. Are you doing it out of love, or are you just stating that it's out of love? Is it out of grace? Is it passion? Is it from your overflow? If you are adequately prepared, then you're going to have a lot in your overflow. It's called overflow. It's just out of the abundance of things that are just going to be able to come to you. I know preparedness was one of the big areas that I violated really early on. Because I have a natural ability to talk to people and to communicate, I made the false assumption that you can kind of do things on the fly and it's okay. So if you have a little bit of talent, you can get the false idea that you can really communicate and connect with people on the fly. The truth is, you need to be prepared. When you're prepared, people can listen to you all day. When you're coming from a place where you're truly giving to the audience, they can listen to you all day. And you really make that connection. Connecting requires stamina. It is work. If you're going to be a good connector and a good communicator, it is going to take a lot of work. So you need to in place some tools to ensure that you're able to make it through the long haul. Whatever that might be for you. Maybe it's loving life. Maybe it's spending time with your family. Maybe it's making sure that you don't do work that's not necessary for you to accomplish your goals. Maybe it's good friends. Maybe it's time alone. One of the best communicators we know, Christ, needed time alone. He needed time to recharge. He needed time to gather his strength before he went to the cross. Maybe it's physical exercise. Maybe it's prayer and meditation. Whatever it is that you need to do to ensure that you have the stamina for the long haul and that you can give to your audience, you need to take those things into consideration as well. Remember, the larger the group that you have to communicate with, the more energy it's going to take. And the longer that you've been away from that audience, the more energy it's going to take. I hope you enjoyed this today. I know I did. I look forward to hearing from you in the comments. I'd love to take a deeper dive with you on some of this material. You can always reach out to me at joe@joeleeconnections.com and we can set that up. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Great day. God bless.